hello. I know I'm going live a little bit early, but there's a lot of things to unbox. I'm not even sure if I have enough things to talk about, but I'm sure I'll find things to talk about. And hopefully people do show up. If they don't, that's fine too. So anyway, there's a lot of stuff here. Originally, it was like a decent amount of stuff, and now there's a lot of stuff. Because yesterday, I found this entire set. Come on now. Who's messaging me now when the show is starting? Okay, it's just that. So anyway, yesterday I found a complete set at Walmart. I lucked out. Not even yesterday. What's today? Today's Sunday. Oh my God, today's Sunday already. On Friday I found an entire set at Walmart, and I was like, well, I lucked out there. I don't have to buy it on Big Bad Toy Store. I found the complete set, so I have that here. So with that increased the pile, and it's like, oh my God, it's got a lot of stuff here. So thank you for joining me. So I'm going to start unboxing now. This one I got just because it reminded me of one of my favorite YouTube poops ever, by Orpheus for the Win. He did the Skooks video, and he did the one with Batman. Like, was there really milk? Was there actually cookies? And this is the Super Friends Mcfarlane Batman. So as you can see here, this is based off the Super Friends, and basically the same version that was in that Scooby-Doo episode of... oh, geez. I forgot you have him in the background now. Oh, yeah. Nosferatu. Yep. That was a gift from my best friend, Becky. And it was so funny. I don't know if you guys... I don't even know if I told the story. So, Becky was like... I ordered a surprise for you. I'm like, I don't like surprises, because I really don't like surprises. Because like when people surprise me, it's, I don't know, I have a bad reaction to surprises. So I was like, what is it? She says, it's a surprise. And I was like, it's going to be fine. And she's like, what if it sits outside too long? And I'm like, I check the mail every day. It's going to be fine. But what if it rains? I'm like, it's going to be fine. It's, I get home, I'm going to take it inside. It's not going to sit outside for days. And then when I got home and I saw the big size cardboard box it was in, and I was like, oh, this is definitely a cardboard standout. And then I opened it, and it was Nosferatu. And that's, there he is. He's in the background, a little Nosferatu. Yeah, so thank you, Becky. But it was funny because it was just a back and forth of like, but what if he gets wet? And what if you don't bring him in? It's like, my mail sits right in front of my door. It's not going to go anywhere. I have a porch. It's protected. It's fine. So anyway... I got this Batman animated one just because it's my favorite YouTube poop by Orpheus for the Win. Was there actually milk? Was there actually cookies? Group hypnosis. Oh man. So anyway, that's based off the Scooby-Doo All-Stars, where they meet like superheroes and superstars. Hey Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? All the friends are here waiting for you. Couldn't have a show without you. Oops, I better be careful just in case of YouTube like hitting me with you sang a song, copyright, you bad baby. So he comes with a little radio. A radio. Oh geez, that's some obscure reference. Radio. So there's that radio there. I don't know if you can see it. Probably not. Oh yeah, you can see it totally. Totally. He comes with a little radio. And then he comes with his batarang. And after getting this, I realized I should probably get Robin as well. The animated Robin. And I probably should get the Joker, too, because he's in the same YouTube poop. Wow, aardvark! With him and Penguin. Dumb, stupid animal. But there he is. Yes, we'll all have cookies. Bet milk and cookies. Walking on the ceiling. Oh man, I love that YouTube poop. Well, yeah, he'll go on my YouTube poop shelf. He'll go with Scooby-Doo and what do you call it? My He-Man figures and my what do you call it? Whatchamacallits? My Mario figures. No. Yeah, that's a huge batarang. I'm sure it was big on the cartoon because the cartoon was really cheesy. Those 60s cartoons were so flippin' cheesy. Yeah, that's a huge batarang for him. And he's got a little cloth cape, which is fun. There's a little blemish on the cape. A little blemish. I don't know if it even picks up on camera. Maybe it will. Yeah, see there it is picking up on camera right there. A little blemish. But it's fine. It's okay. The Lord told me so. But anyway, oops, batarang. Don't want to lose that. But, yep, this is cool. I'm really sad that the Mcfarlane lost the toy license because I do like their little toy line. the 60s toy line and the animated toy line. They just did freaking Lex Luthor and all that. So that's cool. But yeah. I'm still holding out hope, guys. I'm still holding out hope that Mcfarlane will do the 60s Batman helicopter. Because he did everything else. He did the Batgirl motorcycle. He did the Batcycle. He did the boat. He did the car. All he needs to do is the helicopter. And here's a card that it comes with. Super Friends. Man, there was a crazy Super Friends episode because I've been doing research for my Scooby-Doo YouTube poop. And there is an episode where the superheroes get lost in time. And I forget who it is. It might be Flash, or it might be the Green Lantern. Or, no, wait, could have been Aquaman. Anyway, I name all the Justice League characters. It could have been any one of them. Anyway, one of them gets stuck back in, like, the Jurassic period or the dinosaur times, and they're like, wait, we got to go to the coordinates of the Justice League, and we're going to bury my little time recorder, or, you know, my little device, my little radio, my little location thing. We're going to bury it there, and we're going to set an alarm for when to go off. So the alarm's going to go off, and it'll let them know where we're at because we're stuck in time. So, like, Batman and Wonder Woman are like, where the hell are these people? Where are these guys? And all of a sudden, like, oh, wait a minute, we got their location. You know, we're reading it on our computer. Like, oh my God, it's underneath the freaking Hall of Justice. And we're like, oh my gosh, it dates back, 65 billion years ago. That's where they are. We got to find them. And it's like, that's a crazy ass episode. Crazy episode. Yes, I agree, Captain Iron Dog. We do need the Batcopter. Oh my God, we need the Batcopter, for the love of God. Okay. So moving along, so we have the Batman, and this one I was so excited to see, and it was funny too because I'm like, oh, that was why he was left on the shelf. But then after a couple of days, I started seeing him pop up in more stores. I'm like, okay, good. There's a good supply for him. So if you want to see this, action figure in the store, you'll be able to find him. Hopefully, he won't be picked up by scalpers. But I could see why scalpers left this one. So you can see here, there's like a little bend in the card, and I'm like, oh, thank God he had a bend in the card, so I get him. So this is Taka, the movie version Taka from Ninja Turtles Part 2. I already have Razor. He's on the shelf with the other Ninja Turtles. So these are all based off of the movies. So I have all these guys, except Shredder. Again, I don't know why. I'm just not a huge fan of Shredder. I like everything else, but I'm not a big fan of the Shredder yet. Let's see. Awesome Batman Forever poster. Oh! I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Oh, no, that's my backdrop. That's, it's a printed out backdrop, so we have the what do you call it? The Riddler symbol here, and then we have the frosty snow cones, and there's like Batman. Do I have a flashlight in here? Maybe I could, showcase it off. Let's see. We just figured out Blue's clothes. We just figured out Blue's clothes. There we go. Maybe you can see it a little bit. Yeah. So there's the Riddler symbol, and over here is the frosty cones. We are Mr. Miser, he's Mr. Sun. So that's over there. And then these are all the Schumacher, or movie versions of the Batman, I should say. The movie. Did you get the final suit Riddler yet? No, he wasn't at Target when I went there on Friday. Sadly. Probably will pick him up. I'll pick him up. And not only that, but I bought that retro Superman. And he comes with the hands, like the big giant hands. So I'll swap out those Superman hands with the Riddler, the final suit Riddler. Or maybe I'll just pose him with his thing. Because this one's the movie poster, right? Basically, right? The green jumpsuit, so he could look like that. But then the final Riddler can, have the cane. That'd be cool. That would be cool. So yeah, this is Taka. So I'm going to open up Taka here. And he'll go on my little 90s shelf on the bottom. I like my little 90s shelf down there. It's all the goofy 90s toys. A little Terminator, Last Action Hero. What else is down there? Demolition Man. What else is down there? Oh, Alien Resurrection. And of course, that Alien toy line from a few years ago. The one I turned to Captain Iron Dog, where he's like, oh my God, I want those. The Leonard toys. Oops, I guess I could use Snizzers. So his accessories seem to be a little rubbery. They're not like hard plastic, which is kind of surprising. Because the other stuff is usually hard plastic, but like, this is like really rubbery. This is like, we're not going to hurt anybody with this. So there's that. And then he comes with some sort of, you know, knife that's broken. Not like broken, but you know, like twisted like that. Like, you know, if you had this kind of knife, like, would that even do any damage? I guess it would. Like, if you stab somebody, I guess it would cut some arteries, but it just looks silly. It's silly, it's goofy, we're all a little loony. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen. He'll go on my shelf next to it. Mama, mama, what if they come over here? Let them get their own cab. But there he is. Beautiful. Got all the details too. Little snapping turtle. Babies! Babies! So there he is. Got that. And what are next? Oh, we have She-Ra. He-Man and the Master... Oh, wait. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. She-Ra, the most powerful woman in the universe. The cartoon collection. I do like the cartoon collection because it has that. They all have like a uniform look and whatnot, so that's really cool. Like the, you know, the regular version looks like the toy version, and this looks beautiful. She's got her looks from the animated show. It's wonderful. Modernizing and celebrating the original 80s She-Ra Princess of Power animated series. Put light shield in her hand, twist into powerful battle positions. AKA, she's posable. As seen on Treasures of the First Ones. And of course, she comes with a little comic book. Oops, kind of ripped the comic book. I don't know if that was me. Could have been me. Probably me. Wow, they really get somebody to draw this comic book that most likely will just get put to the side. I wonder if kids actually like look forward to these little comic books. Because to me it's like a fun bonus, but I never really look at it. Never. So she comes with a sword. 100 bad guys with swords. Let's see. Captain Iron Dog. I know you watch these regularly. Have I already talked about Thunderbolts yet? Or did I just like dance around it? I don't even know. Because I think the last one I did was with Sarah Miller. And before then, it was like a whole month ago where I talked about stuff. So I don't even know if I talked about Thunderbolts yet. I know I haven't talked about the Final Destination Bloodlines. I guess I could talk about that, because who cares? Who cares about spoilers of that one? You know? Like, honestly, like, who cares? You know what's funny? At the end of the movie, like, that theater emptied out. Meanwhile, me and my mom were, like, goofing around on our phones and, you know, watching the credits. So afterwards, I see the people that were in the theater, and they were complaining about the ending. And then, like, it's Final Destination. What do you think? How do you think it's going to end? I don't know. I just found that funny. They're like, I didn't like the ending. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's Final Destination. Oh, my gosh. So, I guess I could talk about Final Destination, because now it's on my mind. You're always on my mind. You're always on my mind. So, I thought it was okay. It was fun. It's definitely worth seeing in the theaters because of all the set pieces. But I find it so funny that like all the fans are like, "Oh, it's the best one. It's the best one." And meanwhile, I've only seen the first one in the theater, 25 years ago or whenever it came out. So I'm like, "Well, if this is the best one, then I don't need to see the others." Because if this is what the best to offer, then it's like, I'm fine. I got it. But yeah, here she is, She-Ra. Isn't she glorious? Isn't she beautiful? A little blown out, but it's fine. It's fine. It's cool. Hang on, let's try to make her not blown out. Do I have anything dark color? I used to have that blue fabric over here. Where is it? Where is it? Where did I put the blue fabric? Hang on. I'm going to put this bag inside out. I don't want any location given away. Yeah, so if this is dark, then it should absorb all that so she's not so blown out. There she is. Isn't she cool? Isn't she rad? That's awesome. I like that. So she'll happily go on my YouTube poop shelf. That's filling up with He-Man. Honestly, He-Man will probably get its own shelf at some point. But, for the point of the time being, it shall be the YouTube poop shelf. Oh, yeah, so Final Destination Bloodlines has a great opening scene on the sky building, the sky tower, whatever the hell it's called, sky roof. I don't know. It's a fictional building. That was a lot of fun. And then the actress they picked, like the girl who's like, you know, the final girl in this one, the one that's the lead. They really picked a girl who looks fucking nuts, because it's so funny. Like the whole movie, I don't know how people do it, but like if you could just act like this the entire time, you know, with your eyes open like this, and you're just talking about how your aunt, you know, my aunt made a book and it talks about how you're going to die and how you're going to avoid death. And it's like, you could see the entire pupil around her eye when she acts, and it's like crazy look. And they did perfect casting for that, because she looks fucking nuts through the whole movie. And it's funny too, because I was watching, like, you know, the Letterbox interviews, and she has like normal eyes. Like, she looks like this on the, you know, the walkway, the red carpet. But like in that fucking movie, it's like her eyes are like, you could see the entire whiteness around her eyes, and it just makes her even look more nuts. It's hilarious. But there was good showcases in that movie. I like that. I almost wonder the reason why they had two directors. I wonder if there was one that was like really creative, and the other one dealt with like the direction of like the normal scenes. Because it was so funny hearing their favorite movies. One director was like, "Oh, I like Indiana Jones and Jurassic Park and The Matrix and this," and the other guy was like, "Oh, I like this, I like that." And they were like really completely different picks, like more serious picks. It just cracked me up. I was like, "Oh my god, that's great." So I'm guessing the guy who liked Jurassic Park and all that was the one who was like, "Okay, we're going to do all those crazy set pieces for Final Destination Bloodlines." But I would recommend it. It's a fun movie to watch in the theater. You'll be crying for the Tony Todd scene. You'll be cheering for the deaths. You'll be sad for some of the deaths. I know there was a few deaths where it's like, oh, like the two brothers. I love them, but they were just morons, and it's like, oh, well, you're gonna die. Of course, they all die, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. No, it's not a spoiler to say that they all die, but they all die. It's wonderful. Oh, I didn't even show off what I'm... I just started opening it. So the next one I got here is The Godfather. Godfather is one of my favorite wrestlers growing up. As a little kid, he was always on TV. He was always like on the Sunday Night Show or SmackDown or whatever, and he was a character in the game. And he always had his hose. A hoe train! And I was like, oh man, that's so cool. So I don't even know if they must have. I'm sure they did when I was growing up. I'm sure they had a Godfather figure. I might even have had a Godfather figure at some point. Maybe he was a bone cruncher at some point. But when I saw this, I was like, man, do I even have a Godfather? Because I do. I like the Godfather character. He was fun. He's of my time and place and era of what do you call it? That few years of oh my god, why am I blanking on the name? Attitude Era. He was the Attitude Era. Oh my, especially definitely the Attitude Era, just because of the hose. You know what? I've been thinking, because now that I'm looking at this, and he comes all the way multiple hands, and Mcfarlane has multiple hands, and so does like the Mattel, you know, Marvel Legends. They have multiple hands and accessories. But like when I look at the Star Wars shit, it's like there's no accessories, and I almost wonder, why is that? Why is there no accessories? Is it just because they know people are going to buy that figure? They don't need to give them accessories. They don't need to give them alternate hands. I'm sure there's a reason. I'm sure it's been explained, but you know, the reason why I say that is because somewhere in here in this pile is a new Star Wars figure that I purchased, because I have a whole plan, but I'll get to that when I get to that. So here is the Godfather. That's so cool. Look at him. That's amazing. I'm sure a lot of this is like just reuse. Like I'm sure the vest is like, you know, Stone Cold. I'm sure the pants are just like regular suit pants. But this is good. I like all the detail in the tattoos though. That's ace kind. And I think they really improved these figures. I remember a few years, whenever me and Anthony talked about it, like on our first live stream years ago, I was like, I wish Mattel would do something to like update it. And he was like, yeah, you can't really update it because they've been winning awards and shit like that. So I think whatever they did with the torso and neck goes a long way with these new figures. Like basically it's the same design. All they did was just change the torso and neck. And I just feel like that makes every figure look like $1 million. That's cool. That's so cool. All right. So there's the Godfather. All right. What are next? Let's see. We'll mix it up. we'll go to this. So there's a guy on Twitter called, oh God, what's his name? I think it's Aaron. I think his first name is Aaron, and he collects comic books, and he's not such a toy guy. But I saw him talk about this like almost like a whole year ago, about this character, and even my friend Dukaloops, friend of the show, Duke, he was talking about this character because I think they came out with like an omnibus like maybe a year or two ago. And then finally, this was announced for the Mattel Legends ROM. So this is the reason why I'm getting it. It's representing my Aaron from Twitter, not such a toy guy, and my friend Dukaloops, because they always talked about ROM. So I was like, oh, ROM's cool. I'll get ROM. And this is their new toy line that they're trying to do, where like it comes with like a little mini comic book. I'm not sure how that's gonna go, but it's a fun toy line, I guess. They have like Adam Strange. Not Adam Strange, Adam Warlock. I kind of want to get the Adam Warlock just because he looks cool. I saw him on the shelf. I didn't pick him up just because I didn't know who he was, but now I'm kind of having FOMO. I'm like, oh shit, I should have picked him up. But yeah, he looks cool. And then there's Drake and Ultimate Iron Man. I see all those all the time. I see Ultimate Iron Man, Miles Morales, Banshee. I see those guys a lot, but I haven't really seen Adam Warlock. I've seen him once, and that was it. So this is like the double thick, stuff that they do for the G.I. Joes. I guess it's made for like a fun display, but I'm going to open it because that's who I am. That's who I am. So here's his little comic book. ROM. But I thought this was such a cool figure, and clearly this is like all new sculpting, like the legs, the pants, the body. But yeah, this is like almost all new sculpt for this almost like obscure character. I'm almost wondering if they're going to bring him into the movies. They always kind of do that, where it's like, oh, here's a character, and they're like, why are they showing that character? And then a year or two later, oh, he's got a Disney Plus show. Or maybe it's just good, good fun. You never know. I see Captain Iron Dog in comments. I need to get that Ultimate Iron Man sometime soon. I seen him just the other day. He was at the Target for sure with Banshee and Miles Morales. But man, I kind of regret not getting that Adam Warlock. But I'm sure I'll find him again. And if not, it's fine. I missed him because, I just want to get him because he looks cool. He's not really like, I need that. It's just like, if I see him, I'll get him. Yes, that's who I'm talking. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the toy guy figure. That's why I got this, because the guy's like, I'm not much of a toy guy, but then he always gets like tons of toys or tons of comic books. I wonder what he does for a living, because that dude gets like fucking $100 worth of comic books on a weekly basis. Or I'm like, man, what does he do for a living? I'm kind of curious. I don't really want to outright ask him, but like, man, his comic book collection and all the freaking weird toys he gets, because he's like, oh yeah, I just picked these up and they're like $200 or whatever, but I'm not much of a toy guy. But he's got cool stuff. But yeah, there's Captain Iron Dog. Yep, he even knows. He's like, oops. I know, right? I just see Becky. You've missed all my lives. Well, you didn't text me. You let me know like a whole 48 hours. You're like, on Thursday, I'm going to go live on Saturday. And then on Saturday night, I'm fucking bushed. I'm tired. And then I wake up and I'm like, oh no, Becky's stream. And I go click on it and it said Becky's stream ended 15 minutes ago and you were live for 4 hours. And I'm like, Becky. Well, yeah, don't make me feel more guilty, because I already feel guilty as is, because I'm like, Becky didn't remind me, and then I wake up and you already stopped streaming. But anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, Captain Iron Dog. Like, seriously, I really wonder what that toy guy does for a living. Because just, like, dude, the stuff he buys, like, he'll even buy, like, those $100, like, Lego sets. He's like, I'm not much of a toy guy, but I got this. It's like, how'd you do that? How'd you do that? It's like, oh my gosh. But yeah, this is cool. This is a cool figure. He feels light. I'm guessing it's because of the metallic, whatever metallic thing this is. It's not. Is it the paint? I don't even know. But yeah, I think it's the plastic. Whatever plastic they're using is different, just to have that metallic look, and I like it. It feels very light. Almost kind of feels like cheap. I don't know. It just feels like you could probably put this in a pool and it might float. That's how light he is. That's kind of crazy. I never had a Marvel Legend that felt like this. But yeah, I do like this. This is the comic book guy figure. This is the Duke of Loops figure. This is Rom. And I thought this was so cool, so I had to pick him up. Had to pick him up. Let's see. Hello, Francis. There's a Francis in my game. Hi, Becky. Nosferatu wanted to watch. Hey, Captain Iron Dog. LOL. Aw. They're great. Yeah, Nosferatu, of course. Nosferatu, everybody. Nosferatu. Oh, yeah, Becky, I explained who Nosferatu is, and I told them the story how you kept texting me. But it's a surprise! What do you mean you're gonna cry? Oh, yeah. So when I go punch out at... Oh, not punch out. When I go cash out at Walmart, they have, like, all these little stupid knickknacks, like little mystery boxes, and I saw this. I'm like, well, I have to pick him up because he's, like, my favorite character. They had the mayor from Nightmare Before Christmas. And honest to God, at this point, I think I've lost track of how many mayors I have. Because I have, like, the original Diamond Select. And then I have several of these. And I think even my sister gave me something of the mayor. Because she knows I love the mayor. So, here he is. This is some mystery box figure that's at the cashier at Walmart. They have a whole line. They have, like, Zero, Jack, Sally. You know, Sally and the gang. And even, what's his face? They even have, oh, God, what's his name? Oogie Boogie. Oh, his head doesn't turn. But anyway, he does have the back of his head. How jolly our Christmas shall be. But yeah, he's always been my favorite. I love the mayor. Francois? Is that you mean Francois? I think that's what you mean. Francois is French. That's French. I remember that George Lucas quote when he said, "How did he do that? How did he do that?" I know, that's exactly that freaking comic book guy. How does he do that? How? Because that comic book guy, I swear to God, guys, I forgot his name. I know his first name is Aaron. But when you follow him on freaking Twitter, like, he'll have a whole box of comic books, and he's like, I just picked these up today, or I just picked this up, and it's like, some of them, like, he'll have, like, one issue from, like, the 70s or whatever. He says, I picked this up for, like, $75. I'm like, how? Where are you going? How are you doing this, like, every week, every couple days? Maybe he's always, like, trading or something. I don't get it, but, like, he has, like, boxes of comic books, or he'll get, like, expensive ones, and then he'll get some, like, random-ass ones. Like, today, he actually has one that I have. It was like a swimsuit edition from Imagine Comics, like in the 90s, and he picked it up for like 20 cents. I was like, oh my God, I have that comic book. I know that one. It's Besky! Besky! Beskies. Everyone's here for the Beskies. I think that's why people watch. They're like, we know Becky's going to show up. We're waiting for the Becky moment. We're waiting for Becky. Where's the Becky? Give us the Becky. All right. What do we show next? I think I'll show this one just for fun. So, on my many trips to Target, there's like, I'm sure you guys know. So in Target, there's like an end cap that has like cheap toys where it's like, you know, those, you know, rip-off dinosaur toys where it's like a mold of a mold of a mold. They have like a little Rubik's Cube or the thing where you put your hand against it, like a little pin game. It's like that thing. It's on the end cap next to the toys. And I walked by it and I saw this thing and I'm like, why does that look familiar? That looks familiar. Like, I feel like I need that. And I'm like, you know, I'll think about it, whatever. So days go by and then I'm like, oh shit, I know what that is now. So I picked it up because at some point I want to do a custom because this is exactly like in the movie. So I got to make a custom. So they are selling this Frankenstein hand. And I was like, why does this look so familiar? Why does this look familiar? Why do I want this so bad? Why does it look like it's something I need? And it's from Toy Story, guys. In Toy Story, when Sid makes his little Jack-in-the-Box and the Frankenstein hand comes out, it's this fucking Frankenstein hand. It looks exactly like this. And I was like, oh my God, I could finally make like a custom Jack-in-the-Box. This is like made of like, you know, there's definitely like some corn syrup in here or like, I don't know if you can hear that. There's definitely some sort of liquid and like foam in here, so I don't want to pop open it, you know, with the spring or something. But I do want to put it in like a Jack-in-the-Box to make it look like it's the Jack-in-the-Box hand. But yeah, I had to pick this up. It's at Target. It's on that little end cap, and it's Toy Planet. I guess that might be all their items on the end cap, but it's like rip-off toys. Like, cause you know those expensive toys that they sell at Hobby Lobby or Michaels. I forget what the hell they're called. It's like it starts with an S. and it's like those really detailed dinosaurs that look really cool. But imagine that 5 things later. This is what that toy company does. I guess they get that toy, they make a mold out of it, and then they remake it. You know what I mean? And it's a cheap version. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, I had to pick this up. This will be going on my Toy Story shelf for the time being, but I want to get a little Jack in the Box to make that Sid's toy. That's cool. When he posts just like one comic with a high price, and he said that's the price of the bundle that came in. Hang on. When he posts just one comic with a high price, he said that's the price of the bundle. Okay, I see. So it's the price of the whole thing, not just the one comic. Okay. That makes sense. Because still, it's like, how? How does he do it? Okay, what are next? I think we'll do all those back to back. Not ready to do that one. So, another lucky find I found at Target on Friday was this. It was the Ultimate Matt Hooper action figure, and I was like, holy shit, I gotta pick this up, because I assume when this comes in, it must come with 6, right? 3 Matt Hoopers, 3 Quints. I'm guessing that's the box, I would assume. So when I got there and all they had was 1 Matt Hooper, I was like, holy shit, gotta get him. Because I love Jaws, you know me. You know what I do for a living, Chief Brody rules and all that. So this is Matt Hooper. I'm so bummed that they'll probably never do a Chief Brody just because of the likeness. I guess his family's very protective on that. Even though they're going to make a Funko... No, they're not making a Funko Pop. It's a little person. They're making the Little People Jaws for the 50th anniversary. But it's a bummer that he won't be able to be with these action figures of Quint and Matt Hooper. So I got this Ultimate Matt Hooper. Matt Hooper! Let's see. Hello, I have a question for you. A Star Wars character for an edit, because I already have one General Grievous and Boba Fett. So you can name one. Oh, let's see. Let's see, a Star Wars character. Oh. How about Obi-Wan? Just a simple one. We'll do Obi-Wan Kenobi. And if like I would say the Ewan McGregor one, because there's more footage for that. You could do something more with an edit. I would say that. I just rewatched A New Hope just the other day, and that was such a good movie. And it's so funny too, because I was watching the despecialized version to explain that a few years ago at Nickel City Con. There was a guy selling like bootlegs and DVD rips of because at that time I guess they just let him sell bootleg stuff at this Comic Con because I never seen him before or since. And I got the despecialized versions of Star Wars, and that's like the D-Harmony one. I think that's his name. He's the one who, did all this research and took the original scan. So that's what I own on Blu-ray. I don't own the 2011 Blu-ray set. I don't own any of that stuff. So whenever I watch Star Wars, it's the despecialized version. So I watched that with my mom. And it was so funny. She was like making fun of it. Like, oh yeah, that looks cheesy. That looks like stuff. I'm like, yeah, but this is the one that's supposed to look like. Because every version after, like the original VHS release has been like specialized or tampered with or whatever. So it was fun to watch A New Hope with my mom, because it's been a long time since we watched that together, and we wanted to watch it because we just seen Revenge of the Sith, and God, we were puddles on the floor. We're like, oh my God, the movie's so great! Oh my God, there's no avoiding it. He's gonna be Darth Vader. It was a beautiful experience. Like that Revenge of the Sith screening, the one for the 20th anniversary. That almost has to be like top tier movie experience for me. Like, of course, top one will probably always be Maverick, Top Gun Maverick. But like seeing Revenge of the Sith in a not so packed theater, but everyone in that theater was crying and emotional at the same time without memifying Revenge of the Sith, and they were there because they were fans. That's a top tier experience. And not only that, but like everyone was crying when I was crying with my mom. Like, we were locked in. We were there. We were laughing at, like, the little jokes and R2-D2, like, splashing in the oil. Like, we were in it. That's, like, definitely, like, Revenge of the Sith is, like, top-tier movie experience for me. The re-release, specifically. So, I'm opening up this Matt Hooper, and it's so cool because this is clearly going to be, like, the one-and-done figure, like... I don't know what happened, but they're like, okay, we're going to put everything in this where you could switch out his arms and you could take off the jacket. You could have him wearing his sweater because this dude has everything. He has an extra set of arms, tons of different gloves and hats. It's so crazy. Like, this is like the one and done. Like, we're not going to make another Matt Hooper. This is it. I guess they must have learned their lesson with the Back to the Future toys because I'm so bummed with the Back to the Future toys. I'm guessing they didn't sell well, or they made too many of one, because, oh my god, they could barely move that one with Marty McFly in his little radiation suit. I don't know why they made so many. He was always on the shelf, but because there's so many outfits in Back to the Future, so I was anticipating, like, okay, we're going to have part 2, we're going to have part 3. And they didn't. They just stopped, because I'm guessing, it didn't sell well. But, like, look at this. Look at this Matt Hooper. He's got 4 heads. He's got 4 heads. He's got one here with the hat, one here with just his glasses. Like, what is the difference? Oh, there's no glasses on this one. And this is the one with the beanie. So this is the one with the beanie on the pier. You walk straight ahead. This is the one where he's talking to Quinn on the boat with his little sun hat. And then this one is just no glasses. That's so freaking cool. And he comes with everything. He comes with his little bag. When he says, hey, you mind telling me if there's a good restaurant on the island? Yeah, you walk straight ahead. He comes with his bag, and he comes with the little pole, the stick, that he's like... This is the part of the movie when they're trying to pull in the thing, and he says, if we get close to him, I got things in this boat that can kill him. And he says, we don't want to goose him up. We just want to bring him in. And then he comes with the styrofoam cup that he crushes with Quint. That's so cool. The little styrofoam cup crushed. And then he comes with the regular styrofoam cup. Oh my god, it's that exact moment. So I'm looking at the sun hat. That's like, so when Quinn is singing Spanish ladies of Spain, for we set orders to sail back to Boston. Yep, that's the same exact face when he's doing that little grin to Quint. That's so cool. Man, I love Jaws. I know Becky was like, why Jaws? I was like, what the hell? What do you mean, why Jaws? Jaws is like the best movie ever made. Like, you can watch that with the sound off. I keep saying, like, movies are that the best movies you can watch with the sound off. So here it is. This is his little poker with his, like, what do you call it? When he puts that little poison on the edge of it. So cool. So cool. And then this is like, damn it, Martin. This is compressed air. You'll blow us up. And that little line sets up the end of the movie for Jaws. So this is his serious look. I would compare this to, let's see, what scene in the movie where he looks like this? Probably when he's looking for the shark after all the barrels go down. That's the serious look of this one. And this is definitely the walk straight ahead. You walk straight ahead. What this thing does is an eating machine. It swims and eats and makes little sharks. And that's all. Now take a look at that sign. Those proportions are correct. And it's so funny too. He's got his like little beer gut. Look at that. He's got his little beer gut. He's so short. This is perfect. This is Matt Hooper. This is so cool. Oh my god. This is amazing. Thank you, NECA. You're doing God's work. This is so great. Yeah, this is the look of him with what do you call it? Chief Brody and him are on the boat late at night, and he's not drunk, but Chief Brody's just drunk because he's trying to get him out in the water. He says, "Me or the whole family?" When they're asking how rich he is. Okay, there's like tons of comments here. Let's see. All right, you can name a song for the Obi-Wan edit. Oh, geez, I don't know. Shit, I don't know. I don't know music. I don't know. I don't have a suggestion for that. I would just say Obi-Wan. I don't know. You could do something cool with Obi-Wan. Use Jar Jar from Star Wars. More? More, do you say? I think with Jar Jar, you can use, what's that song? A lot. How much money you got? A lot. How much money you made? A lot. How many people did you kill? A lot. That'd be great. I think it's called A Lot, right? I don't even know. So we have another He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. This is, of course, the cartoon collection of Leech. The reason why I got this is because I'm nostalgic for Leech. I have the original He-Man toy of Leech. This was like my first He-Man toy as a kid. He didn't look like this because this is the animated version, but I have the He-Man version, the toy one. And this is what he is. As seen in Into Eternia. Or is it Eternia? Eternia. Modernizing and celebrating the original 80s She-Ra. Oh, and he does stick to the glass, just like the original toy. That's cool. That is cool. Leech, Evil Master, Power of Suction. Well, that's weird. He's taped on the side. Huh. And he's got his little comic book. Man, I remember in the beginning when this toy line started, I was so into it. I was like trying to collect them all, but it just became impossible just because it was during COVID. So there'd be ones I'd miss or ones I'd, try to get my hands on. But yeah, I was really into the He-Man toys when they first came out. How much money you got? A lot. Yeah, I don't know what song to use for Obi-Wan. Man, I can't even count. I don't know. Because whenever I have music video ideas like that, I usually do them myself. Because I did that A Nightmare on Elm Street with Espresso. I did that last Friday night with Jason. That's so cool. He gets still suction to the windows. That's so great. Again, like, it's sad though, because kids probably aren't playing with these. It's probably the stupid adults like me, like, oh, I can do this. Oh, I got my He-Man toys. But yeah, this is great. That's awesome. I like the design of him. It looks very cartoonish. That's probably exactly how he looked in the show. I like this. This is fun. The He-Man toys are fun. I like that he comes with a gun, but it's like impossible for him to hold, so they just have it attached to his arm. That's hilarious. But sad for a character to be like, I can't do anything with my hands. I can only suction the glass. Oh my goodness. I've been trying to think of a music video for Halloween, because I have all the Halloween movies, and I want to do something silly like I've done with Freddy Krueger and Jason. It's like, what can I do? And I even did one with Leatherface. I did the song, like, you can run, you can hide, but you can't escape my love. So the next one we have is Contra, Jealous Beauty, the cartoon collection of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Let's see. Is this a new comment? I'm here for a little bit and then I'm starting class. Okay, thank you, Christian Kim. Christian Kim is the best. Christian Kim has seen every MCU movie, and he has seen The Final Reckoning. Can you believe that? The fucking Final Reckoning. He is one of the luckiest people on the planet right now, because he's seen Thunderbolts, he has seen Brave New World, and now he has seen The Final Reckoning. That's crazy. That is crazy. Oops, I ripped up my comic book again. They gotta put it like in a plastic bag, because like the corner was stuck to the cardboard. Now it's like ripped. Yeah, He-Man. But yeah, Christian Kim is the best. Follow him on Twitter. Set your notifications on. Follow him on Instagram, because you'll get his... He's almost on page level. He gives a lot of movie 7s, and I love that. Paige gives movies 3 stars, and Christian Kim gives movies 7s, and I love that. That's so real of him, as the kids on Twitter would say. He's so real for that. But seriously, though, he saw The Final Reckoning. That's crazy. I'm so excited for The Final Reckoning, but I'm going to save that talk for when I do the review. I've already made a thumbnail. I plan to talk about my ranking, talk about my rewatch, because the rewatch is insane. It's just... That's crazy. But it was fun, though. It was fun, but I'm going to save that talk, because that's a whole episode to talk about that. Again, Mattel hits it out of the park with this. This is great. She comes with a mask. She could be showing her beautiful face, or she could wear her mask and look like a little, what do you call it? A dominatrix. Look at this. Get down on your hands and knees and say you love me. Look at that. Look at that! Mattel, you do great work. I haven't seen the Fantastic Four yet. It's not out yet, Christian Kim, and then when it does come out, you'll be the first one to see it. That's the thing, though. And then I love the reveal. It'll be like, I had a great time. It was a lot of fun. Great set pieces. And then I'll hit the story and it'll say 7 out of 10. Christian Kim is the best. I love that. It'll be like a glowing review. And it's like, Amazing. Actors did great performances. I had such a fun time in the theater. Great atmosphere. Loved it. Amazing. Recommend it. 7 out of 10. So good. Christian Kim is the best. Was Christian Kim's theater packed? I have no idea. I remember seeing Final Reckoning release date for Korea, and I had to do a double take. I could see Christian Kim doing that. Yes, Christian Kim, was your theater packed for the Final Reckoning? Let us know. Tell us. Please tell us. Tell us now. Let's see. What are next? What can we do next? Let's see. Let's do this. I got a brand new dolly. Oh my god, I didn't even know she had like a robot leg. So, again, as said in the previous video, I do like this new line, the Barbie Deluxe, because I like when they actually try with the clothing. It's not just printed on fabric. This is like, oh, we're going to try to do a stitch for like a price. But I see that she has a robot leg. She's disabled. She's more robot than man. Prepare to die, powers! Oh my god, that's one of the best gags in The Spy Who Shagged Me. Is there's that Dr. Evil woman, and she's like, prepare to die, powers! You'll never escape, powers! And he's like, why won't you die? I don't know why, but this robot leg just reminded me of that character. That's funny. But yeah, she's got a little purse. She's got a robot leg. I believe she is a different ethnicity than white. I don't want to assume nothing. You just can't escape, powers. Did he answer? I watched it at 6:30 a.m. While it wasn't a full house, I'd say it was fairly packed. It was the only time I've seen a Korean audience clap over a movie. Holy shit! Oh, man. $1 billion movie. I smell it. I smell it, guys. The reason why I say $1 billion movie is because I think it's like the first movie in a while. I don't know. They at least made it seem like a big deal, but it was like approved for China. And that when it gets approved for China, that's like automatic like movie money. Like, oh yeah, people are going to see it. It's going to make $1 billion. I wonder, can you take out... Ah! You can take off the fake leg. That's fucking wild that they're just teaching kids this. Oh my god, she could be like the Planet Terror. I can make her like a little machine gun leg and just have her like that. Made you something. That's what I'll call her. I'll call her Cherry Darling. It's go, go, not cry, cry. But there she is. I like this dolly. Look at that. She looks so cool. All that is like stitched in fabric. It's not stupid printed on crap. They actually tried. But yeah, that's why I like these things. And not only that, but it's like the superposable one. It's their sports body or whatever they call it. Athletic bodies. It's cool though. I like when Mattel and Barbie actually try. It's not just cheap shit. But they do need to make the cheap shit, which is fair. Because there's poor folks out there. It's like, we don't have monies. We got to give my daughter the cheapest dolly. Which is fine. You know, you got to start somewhere. But I just remember being a kid and, you know, having actual, like, clothing. I actually did the research. Because last time I was talking about, like, my first Barbie was the Baywatch Barbie. I looked it up. It's only, like, $25 on eBay. I might pick a new one up just to have, like, all the new clothes and whatnot. She comes... Oops, that's backwards. But the Baywatch Barbie comes with like the blue shorts, the dolphin, like the floating device, and it looks cool. It's all like stitched clothing, nothing. It's printed on. It's nice, and it was only $25. I'm like, I might, you know, get it, do it, Jedi. I've been left scarred and deformed. There was an assassination attempt on my life. Okay. Oops, her hair got caught. Oh no, her hair got caught. Alright, there we go. That's fine. She'll be fine. She's over there in the Barbie shelf now. Sorry, I'm making dinner. Well, I didn't even know you left. You could have lied. You could have been lying like, oh yeah, you know. Haha, great story, Frank. Then I have to go to work, but I'm here. Okay. Okay, guys, Becky is here. She has made dinner. Becky, what kind of food did you make? And did you make enough for everybody? Christian Kim's here. Christian Kim is here from Korea. And he wants Becky's meal. Okay, so this will be the next one. The Mcfarlane Collector's Edition. I got this because this Batman to me looks enough like the what do you call it? What's that? Total Justice Batman from the '90s, because he's got that cool cape and he's got the little pointy ears and he's got that classic like blue shit. I had no idea that this version was the Mcfarlane Collector's Edition. I just saw him in the store. I'm like, oh, that's the one, and I was like, oh shit, wait, he's a collector's one. But of course, I'm going to open him up because what's going to happen? I'm just going to open him up. He's mine. He's going on the shelf. He's like one of the final pieces for the Total Justice Batman shit. Because I love that 90s Total Justice line, and I feel like this is the closest thing that we've gotten. I wonder if I could remove that. Oh, no. Oh, shit. No, I can't. Oh, man. I always thought, like, oh, you could just pop that off, right? No. So the cape is definitely, like, bolted onto the body, so his little holster has to stay on, because he's got, like, a little gun holster right here. Get him out of there. Get out of here. Make me some money, too. Yeah, so this cape is actually attached to his chest. You can't remove that. But maybe I could just cut the thing off. Well, I guess I could cut it off. Yeah, that's not... Okay, so I could probably cut off the holster. Because I don't really want the holster. Should I cut off the holster? I probably will at some point. I won't do it on camera because my mom will be like, no, Frank, no, stop it. What are you doing? And I'll be like, it has to be done. I have to remove the holster. Because I really do. I want to remove this damn holster. Oh my god, this Batman is left-handed. A left-handed Batman in this day and age. Oh. The gun doesn't even fit in his finger. What happened here? Oh my gosh. It looks like a broken hand. Look at that. His fingers are all fucked up. Here it is. Like, oh. It's morning here. I'll eat it for breakfast. Becky, you got to make him some breakfast. Throw him on some eggs, some bacon. I made pasta with sausage, garlic, cream sauce. All right, you have to deal with that, Christian. Pasta for breakfast? I guess you have to, Christian. That's what she made. That's so weird. Even this hand has like his middle finger is out more. Like he wants to flip off the Boyd. The Boyd, the knife. Oh, we're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Oh, this one is the gun hand. There you go. I'm like, where the hell's the gun hand? All these things look like they're busted. Who you calling busted, Buster? That's right, I'm talking to you, Sid Phillips. We don't like being blown up, Sid. Or trashed, or ripped apart. We? That's right, your toys. The toys are alive. There we go. Now we got John Wick Batman. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. There he is. I gotta switch that hand. I don't like his little broken looking hands. Give him a fist and a bullet hand. That's all we need. That's all we need. Yep, there's my mom. I knew she would say something. Thinking of cutting up a collector's edition Batman? Yeah, I want to cut off the holster that's on his chest. If you don't want it, I'm about to start class. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thank you, Christian Kim. You're the best. You're wonderful. The greatest. Please follow him on Twitter and on Instagram. Especially Instagram, please. Christian Kim. Look him up. Look him up! Christian Kim, the best. But yeah, he saw Final Reckoning and Thunderbolts and Brave New World. That's the ones he saw. So yeah, I switched out the hands. He's got his gun hand and a little fisticuff. But yeah, there's Batman with his holster. I like that. It's like the retro colors, like Adam West colors. Like, we're going to deal with this. We're going to do it my way. That's cool. All right, what are next? Wait, I gotta pull out the card. Oh yeah, guys, I finally did the cards. I found the card sheet and I put the cards in the binder. And I was looking at it, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I have more McFarlanes than this, so I wonder if there's more cards somewhere else. Nah, I'm excited. See, he wants it. All right, everybody, take care. Follow him on Twitter and Instagram. He's the best. But that's cool. Batman Year 2. That's his collector card. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, yeah, I didn't even show the other thing. So, where did I just put up there? Where did I put his tool? Hope I lost the tool already. I must have tossed it up there. But I forgot to show this. This was the little accessory that came with the Goyle, the Dominatrix He-Man figure. Came with a little cat. A little cat. A little kitty cat. Yeah. Where is that weapon? Was that the weapon right there? No, that's the other guy's weapon. Where did I put it? I'm sure it's up there. I'll find it later. It's fine. It's cool. Okay, this set, so when they announced this set, I was so excited for it, and then I think it sold out right away on Big Bad Toy Store. Maybe I'm pulling it out of my ass, but I'm pretty sure, like, it sold out. And I was like, maybe I'll find it in the store, and if I don't find it, that's fine. It's, it's okay, I'll live. And then I went to Target, and I found it. I was like, oh, this is amazing! And here it is. This is the Evil Dead 2-pack of Ash and Cheryl. It's her sister, Cheryl! And there he is with Ash and his sister Cheryl. This is a cool double pack. At some point, I hope they do the other characters, but at least they got Cheryl. Cheryl's like the main one. She's the one they lock in the basement. And she's like, is your sister Cheryl? And this is the one she's like, stop, turn it off. Oh, yeah, and she's the one who gets attacked in the woods, the poor thing. Oh, my gosh. But yeah, this is Ash's sister. And she didn't even want to go in the cabin in the woods, but she gets dragged along. And Scott calls her a stupid bitch, if I recall correctly, because Scott's like, stop, leave my sister alone. So there's Cheryl. She's the artist. She's the one who gets like possessed first, because they're playing like a little card game. And it's like 7-9, Jack, King. And then she turns around and then she starts having the demon voice. You have what you want. Life, we want your soul. And then they throw poor Cheryl in the basement. And it's sad too, because I think Cheryl's like hair catches on fire, and I think like she gets like beat up a lot, like kicked and punched, just because she's the first one to get possessed. And not only that, but she gets attacked by the woods. She's the one where she's like, we gotta leave, and she's like, all right, we'll try to leave. And then when they try to leave, that's when they find out the bridge is out. Everything's been flooded. So they're stuck in the cabin. You know what's funny? I love the original Evil Dead movies, but I'm not a huge fan of like the new ones. Like, they're good. They're good movies and all. Granted, I'll give you that. They're good movies. But it's like, man, I'd rather watch that simple 80s movie over, Evil Dead Rise. And, a lot of these people, these new fans, like, they go hardcore. They're like, yes! Evil Dead Rise is the best movie ever! And I'm like, I don't know, is it? Is it really? Like, it's a great premise. Great premise. But, like, do they do enough of that premise? At least that's my 2 cents on the subject. But here she is, poor Cheryl. We want what is yours, life! And there she is, dead by dawn. And she comes with her oversized shirt and pants. Oh, I wonder if they reused these. No. I was going to say, I wonder if these are the same pants that they used for Pamela Voorhees. But I'm pretty sure Pamela Voorhees' pants are like more 70s, like more of a bell bottom. But it's pretty close. I wonder how much of reuse there was. Because, there's reuse in figures all the time, so I wonder. But I'm pretty... Yeah, I'm pretty sure hers are more 70s and more, like, tight-fitting. Like, these are just, like, jeans. They're chill. Chill chums. So, with this, it comes with her little sketch pad, like in the movie. Because, like, when she's in the movie, she's drawing the clock. And the clock stops working. Because that's when the Evil Dead starts to arrive. Arise, Lord Vader. And then, of course, here's the little gravestone that Ash makes. I love that Ash has time to make all these crosses in the movies. It cracks me up. But here's a little cross that Ash makes later in the movie. And of course, Cheryl comes with 2 extra heads. This is like when she gets like real beat up later in the movie. Like this one still looks like her. This is like when she's walking around after she just got possessed and started naming off all the cards. Like this is when she's walking around and they hit her with the shovel and she falls down the basement. And then this is like when she's in the basement looking out like, Dead Vader, we want your soul. And then of course they made the melting head. So at the end of the movie when Ash, burns the Book of the Dead, this is her final look when she starts falling apart because the evilness has left her body, so she just like starts melting and turning into a pile of oatmeal. Literal oatmeal, because that's what they were using. They're like, I don't know what we can use. I guess we could use oatmeal. So they're like using oatmeal and other stuff. But here's like, oh yeah, she uses this in the movie. This is like the little the fire poker. So she uses this. I think she hits the other people with this little fire poker. And this is like the shovel that she gets hit in the head with. And the one that Ash uses to bury his girlfriend. What's the girlfriend's name? I forgot the girlfriend's name. It's not Sheila. Sheila is Army of Darkness. What's the girlfriend's name? Because it's Scotty's his friend. Cheryl's his sister. Who the fuck is his girlfriend's name? Linda! That's right. Linda! I had to remember because there's only so many names that they yell in those Evil Dead movies. Linda! Uh-oh. Am I getting notes? Am I repeating myself too often? What are the notes? Oh, shit. It's Alan Dennis. Alan Dennis just texted me. Lies! Deception! Oh my god, he's probably watching fucking Andor. Nerd. My friend Alan Dennis, who looks exactly like Kylo Ren, which is hilarious. Oh, and Ash comes with his chainsaw. Of course. The red chainsaw. But this, I like this Ash. This is the Ash from the end of the movie. Like, clearly the end of the movie. This isn't Ash from any part of the other movie. This is him at the end. After the night he's gone through. So, everyone is dead. He's been through the basement. He's been attacked by his sister and his friends. And he's burned the Book of the Dead. And he's outside. He's, like, seeing the dawn because he survived the entire night. This is that Ash, and I love it. He comes with 2 heads. He comes with a clean head. So this clean head is clearly when he's in the basement, like, looking around. Because he's in the basement because he heard something. I forgot what he goes in the basement for. I'm trying to remember. Because he goes down there. Because that's when the bulb fills with blood and stuff. Like, why did he go back down in the basement? Was it to get the book? What the hell was it? I gotta rewatch it now. I guess I know what I'm watching tonight. I'm already watching the original one. But for some reason, he goes down in the basement, and that's when, like, the blood starts, like, going down the screen and shit. Because that's where that's so funny, too, because when they were making money, Sam Raimi and Ash, Bruce Campbell, one of the producers or the guys they were trying to ask money for, they're like, I want blood running down the screen. So at the end of the movie, they literally have, like, blood running down the screen. But yeah, I love this Ash, though. This Ash. This is at the end of the movie when he's walking outside and he's like, oh, I made it. And then the fucking Evil Dead demon goes rah, 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 and then possesses him at the end. But this is him. This is the Ash at the end of the movie, and it's perfect. He's got that look. I even like this. It looks exactly like the movie, because in the movie, he's like this close, right? And then he does a turn to the camera, like real quick. Hang on. Let's see if I can do that. Come on, focus. Where he's like, he turns to the camera, and it's like that. Because he's like locking up the doors because all the demons are trying to get in. He's like, ugh. This is so cool. I love this. This is perfect. Let's swap it with the clean head. So this bloody head is definitely when he's outside. But this clean head is when he's, I think, when he's looking around in the basement for some reason. Again, I don't remember why. I gotta rewatch it. He might be looking for the book. What's he down there for? I know he's not down there looking for his sister. He's down there for something, but here he is. This is the other look, the clean head. A-okay in my book. And he comes with alternate hands. It looks... Oh my god, Cheryl even comes with her pencil hand. That's awesome. So in the movie, Cheryl starts... I think she starts stabbing Linda in, like, the ankle. with the pencil. So as you can see here, this is the pencil hand right here. And then these are Cheryl hands. And then these are Ash hands. And of course the Ash hands are covered in blood. Book of the Dead. I like the detail too, because this is the part of the movie when, right after it, where his sister Cheryl, or I think maybe even Scotty, was like ripping at his pants. Because at the end of the movie, he's trying to crawl on the ground to throw the Book of the Dead into the fireplace. And like they're just scratching on his leg, and it's just gross. And it's like, stop it. Let me do this. Let me destroy the Book of the Dead. But ironically, it doesn't help, right? Because it leads to Evil Dead 2. I still want to do that. I want to make a supercut. I want to make a supercut on my own where I put Evil Dead that leads into Evil Dead 2 and then Army of Darkness. Because there's like exact cutting points where you just edit all movies together. It's perfect. I'm sure Sam Raimi did that on purpose, where he's like, yeah, you could edit all movies together and it works out. That's cool. Okay, we got some new comments here. I made French toast for dinner. Christian Kim would appreciate that. I can't handle looking at Evil Dead toys. Too scary. That's hilarious. Okay, so I've been dying to show my mom Evil Dead, and she refuses. I finally got her to watch some of the Friday the 13th. So I started with the one I love. I started with part 2. And then we went to part 1 because I wanted to show her how simple it was. And then the other day, she's like, I can handle another one. Let's watch another one. So, again, I didn't jump to, the order of movies. I jumped to the next fun one. I'm like, we're going to watch CJ. We're going to watch Jason Lives. Because my mom knows who CJ is. CJ is the stuntman who played Jason Voorhees in what's it called? Jason Lives. So she knew who he was. So we were watching that one. And so that was a fun one. So after that, I don't know where to go to next. I'll probably show her maybe the Shelley one. I'll go to the Shelley one next. Because I don't want to show her part 5. I don't want her to show her fake Jason. Not yet. I don't know how the New Blood is. I have to watch that one on my own. But I know that one's edited the shit. Like, the guy planned for killer kills, but then, like, the MPA ripped them out, so it just, like, has, like, TV edit out feel to it. I don't know. But, yeah. I love these Evil Dead toys, though. I'm looking at them right now. They're so cool. I'm definitely watching the first one tonight. It's a quick watch. It's only like 70 minutes. I gotta do it. I'm gonna watch Evil Dead. I tapped out of Evil Dead because of the live splash zone. Oh, yeah. So, years ago, there was an Evil Dead. It's still out there, I guess. They're still traveling. But this was when it was, like, brand new. There was an Evil Dead musical. And I went to see it because my mom was like, oh, my God, Bruce Campbell's going to be there. And it was so funny. At the time, we thought Bruce Campbell was a jerk, but we just found out that, no, he's just a sarcastic guy. Because, because at that time, we didn't know. Because the internet wasn't really there. And, you don't watch interviews with him all the time. So you just think, oh, he's kind of a jerk. But no, he's just a sarcastic, jerk. He's the guy. That's who he is. That's who he's meant to be. He does it with love. It's not like an actual jerk. I'm trying to think of an actual jerk. Who was an actual jerk? I would kind of consider, even though he's not a jerk personally, but I felt like he was a jerk for what he did. Christopher Lloyd. Like, I had this Back to the Future hat, and he was the first one there, so I'm like, oh, I'm going to get his signature. He fucking filled up the whole brim with his signature, so there was no room for anyone else to sign. That's a jerk move. But I don't think he's a jerk personally. I just think that's a jerk move that he did. And that's definitely more of a jerk than Bruce Campbell has ever been. Because Bruce Campbell's cool. He's pretty cool. Alright, what are next? I guess we're going to do this next. We're going to do the Batman animated series. Funny story with these ones. So, I follow some toy pages and they're like, okay, guys, pay attention. Target app. The brand new Build-A-Figure is going to pop up in the app. So look for it. They're going to pop up. So, and this was the day of. So I think I was like maybe an hour late to that message on Facebook. So I was like, okay. I open up the links and it says sold out. So I'm like, oh, normally that's what happens. If it's not in stock, it'll say sold out. So the whole day I'm checking. Next couple days I'm checking. It still says sold out. And then I realized one of the days, I forgot if it was the first day or next day, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But I saw that my store wasn't what was labeled on the app. So I was like, oh shit, let me put in my store. So I put in my store and it said limited stock. And I'm like, what do you mean limited stock? Yeah, right. It probably means the other ones. Like, stupid. I don't know. And all I wanted from this line, because they have, hang on, let me get it correct. They have Hardak and the Mask of the Phantasm. I already have Mask of the Phantasm, so I don't really need a new one. And I don't like Hardak. Hardak sucks. Hardak is like one of the worst. I don't like Hardak episodes. There's like 2 of them. I think they're stupid. I think they're too futuristic. I don't like it. I don't like Hardak. Anyway, so the app is saying Poison Ivy and Bane limited stock. And I'm like, what do you mean limited stock? That's stupid. These things just came out. I'm sure they're not at my store. That's dumb. Why would these toys already be at my store? They never get things on time. Dumb, dumb, dumb. So that Friday, I go to Target, and I be damned. They had them there. They had both Poison Ivy and Bane. And it's funny because the limited stock was real, that there was only Poison Ivy and Bane there, which cracks me up, and there was only 1 figure of each. So this is Poison Ivy. I always wanted this figure, but I never could get my hands on it. Luckily, Mcfarlane did the reissue. So this is the Poison Ivy with the animated cell look of the new Mcfarlane look, So that's cool. I got Poison Ivy. I think the creepiest Poison Ivy episode is when she seems to be have like cleaned her ways, or cleaned up her act, and then you find out she didn't clean up her act. She has this man in the basement, and they have like fake kids that are being birthed out of like plants. It's so gross and creepy. I choose to believe that's the end of her story, because she comes back in the New Adventures of Batman, and it just seems like a brand new character. It doesn't seem like the same character. And all her stuff were kind of creepy. There was the one where she like kidnaps Alfred, remember? She kidnaps all those rich people in Alfred, and they all get turned into trees after like 48 hours. So Batman has like a time frame to change everyone back to human, because they're all like literally wood. Creepy. Creepy shit. But that's Poison Ivy. The only time she like seemed nice or cool was when she was with Harley Quinn. All the other times she was like a nut. I'm trying to think of the other episodes. Those are the ones that stand out to me, though. The creepy last one where she leaves the Gotham on the plane, and she like misses everybody, and she really did want to like live. She did like that fake family she had, but it was just all creepy. It's so creepy because she kidnapped that dude, and he was just left alive in the plant, and she was like using his DNA to create children. Oh, creepy, creepy, and it was a kids show. Oh my gosh. But yeah, she comes with multiple hands and to build a figure for Bruce Wayne. Which is sad, because I'll probably never make that Build-A-Figure Bruce Wayne, because I don't need Mask of the Phantasm. I already have it. And I don't really want Hardak. Like, not even a little bit. I don't want Hardak. For those who don't know, Hardak was like their version of Blade Runner, where it was like more human than human, and I don't know, stupid. I don't like that episode. I don't like it. It was like super AI or like artificial intelligence. Oh, it is AI. But yeah, I don't like that episode. Lame. Lamebo. Okay. And the next one is Bane. Bane of humanity. I remember there was the other version of Bane that I wanted to get, but it was like an expensive pack. I remember at the time it was like $125. And in that pack it came with Poison Ivy, Bane, Mr. Freeze, Montoya, and I believe Bullock. I think that was the pack. It was a huge giant pack of these figures, like the original version of these figures. And it was too much at the time. I couldn't get it. I wish I did. In retrospect, I should have got it. I probably had enough to get it. I should have got it. But it's a cool pack. It's a cool pack. What is it? Oh, we're not bad. We've only been on for like an hour and 14 minutes. That's pretty cool. We've been moving right along, guys. Rocking on over. That's cool. We're moving at a good pace, guys. That's good. So yeah, I also have Bane here. Bane. His episode is good. I like Bane's episode. And what cracks me up is that it makes that movie Batman and Robin biblically accurate, because everyone makes fun of in that movie that Bane wears like a trench coat and a hat. Fucking Bane wears that in the animated series when he's coming to Gotham. He's wearing a trench coat and a top hat. And I'm like, that's fucking hilarious. Well, not a top hat, but he's right wearing a fedora. But that just cracks me up. I'm like, it's biblically accurate. And there he is, Bane, the luchador. It's sad what happens to Bane in Batman Beyond. Because he spent his whole life injecting himself with this super serum of venom that he just becomes a shell of a man. He's like basically a corpse. Keep being kept alive. Man, Batman Beyond was good. But they were all like kind of the same. There's like a few episodes that are like, boom, like a spike that's like really cool. But they're all kind of, you know, I don't want to say mid, because they're all good shows. But there's like a median. They all don't go above or beyond the median. I guess sort of Batman animated series does that too. Because man, there was a whole episode run, like 5 episodes, where it was just like, what are you doing, Batman? What are you doing? It was like there was like 2 werewolf episodes, a lame Catwoman episode. Oh God, yeah. And there was a good episode in the middle of it, but it was like, it's like a C villain. It was his buddy that he learned from the League of Shadows or whatever the hell. But it was like a C. It wasn't a B. You needed a B villain during that run, and there really wasn't one. So here's the Build-A-Figure. Too bad I won't be able to get the legs or head. Because I don't need another Mask of the Phantasm. 1 is enough. 1 is enough. Let's see, that's kind of Bane. I wish Mcfarlane made the multiverse line. That's the kind of Bane I wish made. Oh, the corpse one. The one from the Batman Beyond. That would have been a cool one. That'd be like a cool Build-A-Figure. Or maybe like a 2-pack like this and then what he turns out to be. That'd be a cool one. But yeah, look at this Bane. Bane! That's my name. When you hear the name Bane. Let's see, my shirt today is Maxine. The world will know her name, Maxine. That's the shirt I'm wearing today. Let me stand up and show it off. Because now I know I can't wear this in public because the back is off center. So I realized, I'm like, oh shit, I guess I could just wear it for my show. You've seen her in X and Pearl, and now you'll see her in Maxine. No, just the regular size Bane figure. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. Alright. And here's the Bane card. And here's my card. Alright, here's the big one. Here's the big one, guys. So, oh wait. There's a little guy on the side. I'll open up a little guy. So here's the little guy. This is Vader from A New Hope. And the reason why I got this is because I've decided to collect all New Hope characters. Or at least the main tier ones, because they just announced, or not just announced, I guess they announced it like a few weeks ago, a month ago, I don't know. But they announced that they're going to do like Luke, Leia, Han. I think they're doing an Obi-Wan. They're doing like a lot of characters from A New Hope. And they already had this released on the shelves. I don't know how old this is. I know this has been out for a while. Is there a year on this? 2023, so this one's been out for a while on the shelves. So I was like, well, if I want to collect all those ones, let me get this Vader. You know, it'll give me an excuse to have like all the characters from A New Hope, and it's cool because now that they're all the updated versions, I could have like Chewbacca, Han, Leia, Luke, and Vader, and it's all the main tier guys, and then I could dig out my Tarkin and put him over there. It'll be cool. It'll be great. So that's my excuse where I got this Darth Vader, because I want to get all New Hope people. And I usually don't collect Star Wars stuff. I used to, I should say. I used to collect it, but then they started doing all the Disney Plus shows, and then that's when I tuned out. And then the price increase didn't really justify the toys. Because I remember I really wanted the little Anakin, and I didn't get it just because I was like, man, why is it so much for like the same figure? I don't know, it was lame. The Anakin from Phantom Menace I'm talking about. But yeah, here he is. Here's the Vader. The Force is with him. I sense the present I haven't felt since. Yeah, it's cool. This is a real cloth cape. It's thick. That's probably why they cost so much. This feels like a real, like, a lot of fabric. This feels like a goddamn t-shirt that they stitched to be a cape. That's hilarious. But yeah, this is the Vader from A New Hope. He's got almost the transparent eyes. I don't know if that picks up on camera. But that's almost like a different kind of plastic. It's almost like a brownish transparent plastic for the eyes, which is cool. I like that they actually kind of tried. Oh yeah, That has to be. Yeah, it has to be a different kind of plastic. I thought maybe it was just the paint. No, that's like a transparent plastic that they have for the eyes. That's cool. Because that kind of works, because in that movie you can kind of see the actor's eyes. You get, what's his name? Prowess? You can see Prowess's eyes underneath his helmet. So that's the idea. I want to collect all the New Hope figures, and I'm excited about that. I'm not sure where I'm going to put them. I've been kind of thinking of retiring my G.I. Joe shelf, just because I haven't collected much G.I. Joe, and that shelf has sort of become stagnant to me. Where it's like I want to replace it, because I still love the Speed Racer. That's great. You know, I still love my Sailor Moons. I think my Guardians of the Galaxy will kind of be retooled to sort of be like my favorite Marvel shelf, because I definitely want to put like the Thunderbolts with the Guardians of the Galaxy. I feel like that's a good match. But yeah, I might move the New Hope characters in here. That would be really cool. Have like Darth Vader and Obi-Wan in the center, and then have like them looking like they're trying to escape the Death Star on the shelf. That would be cool. That'd be super cool. No, just regular size Bane. How full is the binder? Let's see. It was a couple pages. It was like probably, oh my god, maybe 10 pages? I don't know. It was a couple pages. I don't know how many pages. The binder's in the other room. It's already been put away until the next time. But yeah, it was a couple pages. I don't think it took all the plastic sheets. Pretty close, though. A New Hope table ready display. Yeah, I haven't bought another G.I. Joe figure in a while. I know it's hard because they're not really at Walmart anymore, and when they do show up at Walmart, it's usually the retro ones, and it's like, I'm not really collecting the retro line. Yeah, it's hard to collect G.I. Joe because they're not really at Target, and when they are, it's usually like the big one, and it's like, You have to get them from Big Bad Toy Store, and like they always sell out on pre-order. And it's the price thing too, because they're like $25 to $30, and it's like, I like the figure, but I don't like it enough like that. So that's why I kind of want to update the G.I. Joe shelf, even though it bums me out, because I really do like that shelf. It looks fun, but it's just like, I could have I could redo that with a New Hope, and it'll look fun, because I could have like the Millennium Falcon printed in the background, and have like Obi-Wan and Vader fighting, and then have like, like Luke, Han, and Leia looking like they're hiding, and probably find like a C-3PO. I don't know. There's more potential with a New Hope shelf than this, sort of old idea I had of a Michael Bay G.I. Joe. Which hasn't, like, all those figures are like when the toys originally came out. Like, none of them are new, which bums me out. I think like the newest one on there is from maybe 23. Yeah, it's a bummer. It's a bummer. It has to be done, though. It just has to be done. It's gone stagnant. It's not being renewed. Everything else is being, like, refreshed, renewed. But that one. Okay. Let's see. Is the big blue box blue thing? Oh, no. The big thing is the Goosebumps things. So, you know what's funny? I don't think my mom knows how much I love Goosebumps. Because if you follow me on Twitter, it's like any Goosebumps shit I find on Twitter, I'll retweet or I'll talk about it. But I don't think my mom knows. She doesn't know how much I love the fucking Goosebumps. Because, like, I love the whole aesthetic. I love the whole aesthetic of the Goosebumps. I like the idea of the books. I like the idea that they had, like, a little, like, almost like a little step-by-step thing that they had to follow to write the books. It's fun. I like that this new toy line exists. My only complaint about this toy line is that these boxes are ridiculously huge. Okay, so this is my head. My head is already huge, and this box is huge. Look how big this box is. And it's for a little dummy and a little background thing and a build-a-piece. That was the other thing, too, because I was like, maybe I'll just pick up my favorite figures. But then as I realized, I'm like, the favorite figures would be Slappy, Scarecrow, Mummy, and Haunted Mask. So that's 4 out of the 5. And if I get all 5, I can build the Bonehead. It's like, I might as well get all 5 figures, right? And I also got this because it saved me with shipping and handling from Big Bad Toy Store when I found these at Walmart. And I lucked out at Walmart because they had this on the shelf. And since these boxes are so huge, you literally can only fit 2 waves in that display. So I had to get it. Of course, it'll go on my horror movie shelf because all these characters are small enough to fit between characters. But these boxes are so huge. And they're so clumsy. Like, if you were someone to display these in the boxes, like, you would, oh my god, it would take up so much space. I don't know. That's my only complaint about these Goosebumps things, is the size of the box. I kind of wish that they went a different route. But clearly, what they're inspired by was the early Mcfarlane, because they have like the little display piece to show the book, and then they have a little slappy here. Let's see, what's the comment here? Spirit Iron Knife, I'll keep. Got to keep the representation. Oh yeah, he's still on the shelf. He might go with my Native American Batgirl, because the Native American Batgirl is up there. She has nowhere to go, but she's just sitting up there, so he'll go up there with her. Got to have that representation. Peace out, Tupac. Yep. But yeah, the G.I. Joe is like, yeah. It's so sad, because I don't want to retire that shelf, but like, they're not at Walmart, and when they show up at Target, it's usually the big deluxe one, and it's like, I don't want the huge deluxe one. Poor G.I. Joe. It's a line I wanted to support, but it's hard to get. I'm not like Anthony. I don't trust the pre-order stuff. You know, because I'm not good at budgeting. I'm not that good at budgeting. And to budget for G.I. Joes, that's too much. And then to know when to pre-order and shit. Because there's like characters that it'll show up like, oh, that's a cool figure, and then it's already sold out in pre-order. Because you had to know you had to be there at 9 a.m. Oh my god. Look at all that empty space in this box. Look at that. And they're, oh my god, I wonder what their thought process is. What is their thought process? Because I thought like the build, when I saw this big space up here, I thought that was going to be the Build-A-Piece. And it's not. The fucking Build-A-Piece is shoved underneath the little display here. So I'm really wondering what the hell they were thinking for this box art. Did I miss the opening of the Blue Monster? No, you did not miss the opening of the Blue Monster. He's going to be last. I want to get the mask one because you have Anthony's video. Oh, yeah, totally. You got to get the Haunted Mask. The Haunted Mask of Carly Beth. That's like if I saw these on the shelf and I was poor, I was like, I'd probably only get Carly Beth. But then I saw them. I was like, I have enough money. I can do it. Let me get all of the characters. But yeah, I highly recommend the Carly Beth. Because I know, like, if I was like, I only have so much money, which one I would get? It would be the Haunted Mask. So if I had to rank them, like, if I had to get them, Haunted Mask is number 1. Number 2 would be Slappy. Number 3 would be the Scarecrow. Number 4 would be the Mummy. And of course, the last one would be like You Can't Scare Me, Jelly Monster. But here we go. We got Slappy here. This is cool. Great Slappy representation here. I always like Goosebumps. It'll forever remind me of the 90s and how cool it was to pick up those young adult books. Because remember back at the time, at my little Nation library, they had the little roundabout thing and had like all the Goosebump books on there, and they had like the Babysitters Club and like the other ones too. I'm trying to think of the other book. It's almost like Nancy Drew or some shit, other than Babysitters Club. But yeah, here it is, little Slappy, and he comes with his little display piece. So this is what it looks like. You snap it all together. And then you could put Slappy on there and his little stand. Slappy, Slappy doo. Slappy, Slappy doo. And that's how you display him. Look at that. It's so small and the box is fucking huge. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what they're thinking with that huge box. And the Build-A-Pieces for Bonehead. Oh my gosh, here he is, Bonehead. So Slappy comes with a torso and head from the looks of it. And for those who don't know, Bonehead was sort of like the mascot that you'd see, like, for right now you can collect all 12 books and there's Bonehead. I guess Bonehead was sort of like the R.L. Stine. You know what I mean? Like, hey, there's R.L. Stine. There he is, Bonehead. Like, he was like on all the advertisements, I remember. Pizza Hut and stuff like that. Oh my god, I just remembered I have a Batman TSA set now on pre-order from Hasbro. Oh my god! All right, make sure you have enough money in your bank account. Holy shit! Because I know that's one of the things that you forget. Like, oh shit, I pre-ordered that. I got to make sure I have that enough in my account. I think that happened once to me. It was the John Cena, but luckily I had like my little credit cards, and I hardly touched the credit card unless I really need to. So it came right out of there. Imagine they came with the actual book too. I wish they kind of came with the book, like the updated book. Or not an updated book, but like the retro version. Like the one that looks like this. Because of course they have the new books. Because if you go to Ollie's has like all the books, but they all have the new covers. And I don't like the new covers. I like the old covers. The Jacobs art, I forgot his last name, but the Jacobs. He's the guy who did all those covers. And the covers are just iconic and artistic as anything in the world. You know, I love those. Like, those are so cool. All right. Since you mentioned it, I was going to wait for the end for it, but... Nah, I'll wait for the end. We'll wait for the end for that. We'll keep Haunted Mask for the end. Let's keep going. So the next one I want to open up is You Can't Scare Me. Another. Look at this huge box. Huge. I wonder what this... I keep saying it, but I wonder what it was. Oh, speaking of thought process, holy shit, let's talk about that. So, I believe it was either Friday or Saturday, they dropped the news of the design of Friday the 13th, the Jason Voorhees. And it's so corporate, guys. Oh my god. And it was so funny because I've been tweeting about it because clearly never in my life has something been so more apparent. Because when they released that design, I'm like, holy shit. Like, everything you think of Jason, you think, okay, when I think of Jason, I think of a wide mask, the little cut in the mask, probably a little cut here showing his teeth, maybe chains around him, layers of clothes, a huge machete, zombie version. It's usually not the first, you know, like, it's not the when he's a human. It's like when he's a zombie. I'm thinking of that. When I think Jason, I'm thinking that. Or even if you think of Jason, the first thing you think of is that round mask, and you think of him with a machete. He probably has a chain on him. You think all these things. So when I saw that Jason Voorhees design, I was like, holy shit. They legally probably can't reference any other version prior to this. And it's not even called Friday the 13th. It's called Jason Universe. So there must be a list out there that says you can't have the round mask, you can't have this, you can't have that, you can't do this, you can't do that. Because if you could create any Jason in the world, like if you could, you know, if it were me and say, hey, Frank, you can make your own Jason, of course he's going to have that round mask. He's probably going to have a bald head with a little piece of hair. He's going to have multiple layers. I probably have like maybe a chain around his thing, or maybe have like a sleeve that's sort of ripped. I'm thinking all these ideas, and then you look at that Jason, it looks so corporate. It looks like this is the cleanest version we can have. Because it doesn't look like any of the other designs that have ever been made. It barely looks like Jason. It has to be the thought process. It has to be a legal reason. There has to be a list out there with this. And it's so funny because there was a guy out there who made like a fan film. And he's complaining like, oh my god, they could have done any design. And they need to do this, you could do that. I'm like, obviously they can't. Obviously they can't do any design they wanted. Because if they could, they would have. And he was like, oh no, this is them. They're working together. They finally, they had this court case and they're working together. And I'm thinking, the court case lasted for like a decade. There hasn't been a Jason movie in over like fucking 15 years because they've been in court. It's like a divorced couple. They're not going to agree on everything. And if they're going to agree, there's got to be some rules. And I can't believe someone could be that naive to think that the new Jason design is a creative design of well-being and someone put thought into it. Clearly there's rules and regulations. And the reason why I'm thinking this is because I remember a few years ago, someone saw that Venom, it was like, Venom. And it's that scene of Venom in the street and someone photoshopped the eyes and did this and that. And I forgot if it was Mcfarlane or like another comic designer or maybe a concept artist that responded and said, guys, we literally can't do that because then we'd have to pay that artist or we'd have to represent them. There's things and rules that we can't do for designs when we do these characters because we're only approved to do so much. And I'm thinking that's what's going on with this new Jason. You can't do anything that they've done because there must be an agreement because they spent fucking like 15 years at least, right? Like 15, 20 years? Nah, it's probably too long. It's probably 15 to 10 years of doing this court case of fighting for Jason. And it's just like, you can't be that naive just to think like, oh yeah, they could do anything they want. They obviously can't. You look at that design, his mask is not even round. It's a small mask. And it's just like, oh my god. Really? This guy only comes with one build-a-piece. He comes with one arm of the bonehead. But yeah, it's crazy to me that some people could be just like that naive to think, oh yeah, they could do anything. They're working together. I'm like, no, bro, it's like a divorced couple working together. You can't do everything. It's like, ugh. Yeah, like mommy and dad got a divorce. Ugh. And they finally came to agreement 13 years later of what they can and not do. You know what I mean? Dumb. Oh my god. Anyway, here we have, it's gonna be a Scream. Courtney is a total show-off. She thinks she's so brave. She's always making Eddie and his friend look like wimps, but now Eddie's decided he's had enough. He's going to scare Courtney once and for all. and he just came up with a perfect plan. He's going to lure Courtney down to the muddy creek because Eddie knows Courtney believes in a silly rumor about monsters. Mud monsters that live in the creek. Too bad Eddie doesn't believe the rumor because it just might be true. And here's the muddy muck monster. Look at that. You can't scare me. They're coming for you. And you could even put them in the same pose like in the cover of the book. That's so cool. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the whole Jason situation. Because it's just like, how could you be that naive? How could you not think that they can't do things, you know? It's like, you've seen these comic book movies. They don't look comic book accurate just because... Oh, my God. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. I don't know what else more I could say on it. That's pretty much all my thoughts on it. Because it never in my life has something been more blatant. Oh. Because you could tell, like, the 5-year-old kid, hey, draw me Jason Voorhees. And it will not look like what they came up with. It will not. He's not even a hulking monster. He's not even a zombie. He's a man. Oh, all right. Enough. Enough. Okay, so here's the next one. This is The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. If you guys remember, there was a video game for the PC. I think it was called... Midnight or Horrorland, and they do reference that because there was a guy in the game who has like a Christopher Walken voice, and he's like, the Scarecrow walks at midnight. So here's the Scarecrow. Look at that. That's so fucking cool. Man, these designs from the covers, the vintage covers, are so cool. So great. It's a field of screams. Jody loves visiting her grandparents' farm. Okay, so it's not the most exciting place in the world. Still, Grandpa tells a great story, and Grandma's chocolate chip pancakes are the best. But this summer, the farm has really changed. The cornfields are scarce. Grandma and Grandpa seem worn out, and the single scarecrow has been replaced with 12 evil-looking ones. Then one night, Jody sees something really odd. Their scarecrow seems to be moving, twitching on their stakes, coming alive. The Scarecrow walks at midnight. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. And his build-a-piece is the other arm. Oh, that's cute. This build-a-piece has a... What is that? Welcome to the Hell House? Yes! So this Bones is this arm, and he's reading... What is it? The Haunted House? Welcome to the Haunted House. Oh, Dead House. Oh, my God. I knew it was something house. It's so cool. So cool. It's like Hell House, Dead House. What was it? Dead House. How many are left? 2 more. So the leg and other leg. Trying to make the Build-A-Figure. Come on. It's kind of fragile, but like I like the looks of him so far. Bonehead, and he's reading the book. Welcome to the Dead House. And he's on chapter 6. That's cool. Imagine they came with the actual book too. Oh yeah, you already read that one. I read that one already. Okay. Ooh, and I do love the backdrops they have. So this is the Scarecrow, so you could have the Scarecrow with the backdrop. That looks boss. That looks cool. Look at that. The Scarecrow walks at midnight. Ow! 2 little mice fell in a bucket of cream. Next one is The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. What will wake the dead? Collect them all. Build the Bonehead. Collect all the terrifying Goosebump characters in Wave 1 and assemble our fearsome mascot, Curly. Each figure comes with a Build Bonehead figure piece. I wonder what they'll do next. Oh, yeah, they have to do the mutant, right? Yeah, they have to do the mutant and... oh, they probably have to do one of the characters from the cover of Say Cheese and Die, right? They have to do the chef, right? With him like, oh, and he's dead. Skeleton. What other characters are there? I would almost say, could they do the Hammerhead from that Welcome to the Deep or whatever? What's another one? Oh, they have to do the Abominable Snowman. I think there's... oh, yeah, the Vampire's Tomb. And the kid walking down the stairs with his head. That's right. They had tons of characters. We're good. Look at that. That looks ace. Badass. That's cool. Something dead has been here. Gabe just got lost in a pyramid. 1 minute, his crazy cousin, Sari, was ahead of him in the pyramid tunnel. The next minute, she disappeared. But Gabe isn't alone. Someone else is in the pyramid, too. Someone or something. Gabe doesn't believe in the curse of the mummy's tomb, but that doesn't mean the curse isn't real. Does it? Like, I'm trying to think of the other iconic characters. So, say cheese and die, definitely. Vampire's breath, probably. Oh, don't go in the basement. You could do the don't go in the basement. Oh, the little hamster, that little egg guy. Because there's like the little egg creature. I forgot what the hell his name is. That would be cool. Oh. Come on. I can see why this is the build-up figure, because I don't know how they would mass produce the skeleton, because it's hard to make. Because it's like literally a skeleton. This is crazy. Okay, so one more to go, Captain Iron Dog. One more to go. This is the big cheese, the head honcho, the representation. So last year, me and Anthony did, we watched along with, what do you call it? The Haunted Mask, the Goosebump episode. I believe the pilot episode of Goosebumps, which is so iconic. It's hilarious. It's fun. It's like the perfect amount of spooky for kids, and it's great. And it's so funny that they keep trying to reboot Goosebumps, and they just don't know how to do it. And that show, that pilot episode is so good at doing scary for like kids. And even though it's like low budget and clearly filmed in Canada, they did like a real great job with that episode. And I think that whole thing is perfect because it's all about like kids' fears, about being bullied and their looks, and then trying to be brave, and then kind of, taking matters into their own hands, but then, the consequences of that. And it's so cool. It's like the perfect kid story, and it's the Haunted Mask. So here it is, Captain Iron Dog. This is the perfect representation of the Haunted Mask. It's perfect. For those who don't know, the story of the Haunted Mask is about little Carly Beth. She gets made fun of because everyone scares her. Like, everyone teases her and bullies her. Even though the boys have like a crush on her, that's why they're teasing her. But she doesn't see it that way. She gets bullied a lot. And then her mom made like this little like maquette of her head, which I don't understand. It's kind of creepy. But the mom was like, "You're so beautiful. I made like a little art piece of your head." And Carly Beth is like, "You know what? I'm sick of being scared, so I'm going to scare these kids." So she puts on the Haunted Mask, and it starts attaching to her face. The more bully and scary she becomes, because she's, scaring her bullies and scaring her friends. And then the more it sticks to her face and becomes her. And there's a part in the episode that's so fucking creepy and scary, is because she's at their house with her friend, right? And the friend's like, "All right, let's take off this mask." And then even the friend sees that the mask is starting to be connected, and like she even like puts down her shirt, and there's no end to the mask because it's become attached to her. And it's so creepy, and it's so well done. And it's just like a little simple kids show. It's just like a little, probably, I don't know, $15,000 pilot or whatever. I don't know how much it cost, but I know it's not that much. But it was done so well. And like Carly Beth learns her lesson, and there's even like a little tease at the end. Like her brother puts on the mask and says, "Look at me, Carly Beth. I'm scary." So good. Well done. I love it. I feel like if I were to do a Goosebumps movie, my tone would try to be sort of silly and spooky at the same time. My influences would definitely be like, more recently would be The Monkey, but my main references would probably be Creepshow, the original movie from the 80s, and then Maximum Overdrive, where it's like that heightened reality where things are goofy, but it's still spooky. And I feel like the most recent one, like I said, is The Monkey that did that, where it's spooky, it's creepy, but there's some laugh out moments in there where it's like, oh, it's scary, but you're still having a fun time. And I feel like that's like the perfect tone you need for like a Goosebumps movie. Like Maximum Overdrive, Creepshow, and then The Monkey. Those are all perfect. And now it's complete. Curly, aka Bonehead, has been built together. That's awesome. But yeah, this is an awesome toy line. Very expensive though, because I lucked out and found them all, and I had enough. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna save like $25 to $50 on the shipping and handling. I'm gonna get them all here at Walmart. But if I had to recommend, like, recommend these toys, definitely like, these are the oh my god, they're all standouts. I'm gonna be honest with you, they're all standouts. Like, but if you had like your favorite one, I'd say, pick with your favorite one. But obviously, the Haunted Mask will probably be the hard to find one if you're looking for this in the stores. I think even when you go to Big Bad Toy Store, I think you can only buy a certain amount of these. You can only get like the full line or other things, but you can't really find, like, I don't even know if she's still up there. I think Slappy's still up there, but I don't know if you can get the Haunted Mask. But the Haunted Mask is such a, oh my god, it's so good. It's such a good story for like little kids to get spooked by. Oh, did I read the Carly Beth card? I don't think I did. I literally told the story, but let's read the Carly Beth card. Face to face with a nightmare. How ugly is Carly Beth's Halloween mask? It's so ugly that it's almost scared her little brother to death. So terrifying that even her friends are totally freaked out by it. It's the best Halloween mask ever. It's everything Carly Beth hoped it would be, and more. Maybe too much more. Because Halloween is almost over, and Carly Beth is still wearing that special mask. Oh shit, that's so good. And what's the tagline on the front? If looks could kill. Dude, Haunted Mask is like awesome. It's the most iconic one, I think, out of all the stories. Yeah. That's awesome. So cool. So cool. Captain Iron Doc says 10 out of 10. No notes. No notes. And then my mom asked about the card. Okay, so we've done that. So my mom was asking about it, and we'll do that next, because there's only 2 more items left. There's Ollie's, Monster High figure. But this has a story to it. So, on Facebook, I got advertised this giant snitch. And I'm like, oh my god, I want that giant snitch. I want that giant snitch because it's perfect. It's nothing too crazy. It's a giant snitch. So I thought I shared it on Facebook. Like, hey, I want this or whatever. Because like a few days later, me and my mom go to Target and she says, hey, while you're in there, get a giant snitch. I'm like, that's right. I got to look for the giant snitch. So I go in there. I don't find the giant snitch. And I come out and she says, oh, did you get the Swedish fish? I'm like, what? Yeah, I said get the Swedish fish. I'm like, oh, I thought you said get the giant snitch. And she says, not giant snitch, Swedish fish. So I forgot to give her a Swedish fish, but I ended up getting her Swedish fish. But she really didn't believe me that I was looking for a giant snitch. They literally advertised this on Facebook. And the other day, on Friday, I went to Target. And it was funny, too, because I'm in Target. I'm walking behind this old man. He's fucking walking 5 miles underneath the speed limit. And I'm like, oh, my God. And I know he's going to turn right. So I just walk forward. I walk past the Morgan Wallen records and T-shirts. I go forward. Then I cut down the middle through the girls and toys or whatever. So I'm going to the toy section. And I'd be goddamn, here he is. The giant snitch that I wanted, that they advertised on Facebook, the one that I thought my mom reminded me to get. But I swear to God, I know my mom doesn't believe me, but I wanted this giant snitch because it's just a big giant snitch. And I'm so excited because I'm going to bring him to see Mission Impossible with me. I have a snitch t-shirt, I have this snitch, and I'm going to pose next to the snitch thing, and it's going to say, seeing Mission Impossible. But yeah, I got this giant snitch, and my mom was like, you better kept the receipt. You don't want that stupid snitch. I'm like, I want the snitch. This is my snitch. But yeah, I swear to God, I was advertising Facebook of this rubber giant snitch. That's all it is. Oh my God, I have to tell this story. Okay. So, I'm at Target, right? I think this was probably Friday. Yep, Friday. And so there's all those spots up front, right, that are for, like, if you ordered online, you could just pull in and then call the phone number. So there was people, like, I guess someone stole a parking spot and someone was honking, and they ended up parking next to each other, close together, and they started yelling at each other about this parking spot. And I thought it was the most insane thing ever. I'm like, that is stupid road rage. And not only that, but like it's Target. There's plenty of parking spots. Like, what are you arguing about? What are you? That's such an insane thing to do, to be yelling for a parking spot at Target, of all places. Target, especially for if you ordered something online and you're going to pick it up. It's like, what are you doing? What's wrong with your brain? You know, that is such a mentally unstable person, mentally unbalanced woman. But yeah, it was just crazy that they were just arguing, and they were arguing about a parking spot. And it was funny too, because I just watched this Casper episode, because I just put all these cartoons on my thumb drive. And there's an episode that it reminded me of, because there was an episode where the little Irish kid thinks Casper is a leprechaun, and then his landlord, his greedy landlord, ends up stealing the Casper, and he's like, "That's my leprechaun, that's my leprechaun," and it just reminded me of that, like, "That's my parking space, that's my parking space." It's like, oh my gosh. You seen the snitch earlier when I was out? Yeah, I want to get one too. Yeah, this is a plastic giant snitch. It is just solid, like, vinyl plastic. Like, he only has like a certain amount of articulation. I don't even know if his ears move. Like, this is just vinyl. And this is the one I wanted. This is the one they showed on Facebook of the little kid, like, and it's like, I'm playing with Snitch. And if you're going to look for this Captain Iron Dog, he might not be in the toys. Like I said, he's in the kid, like the actual kid clothes section, because that's when, like, the old man going 5 miles below the speed limit, I had to go through there and cut through the kids' clothes and the girls' clothes. There's a little cart that had Stitch stuff, and this is him. Oh my god, that brings me back. Dude, he smells like old school 90s plastic. Holy shit, wow, that's nostalgic. Wow, he just smells like that fresh plastic. I'll probably get cancer from smelling him. But yeah, this is my giant snitch. Oh yeah, it's so cool. So cool, I got a giant snitch, and now he'll just hang out in my living room. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so if you're going to look for him, he might not be in the toys. Just letting you know. Because I was looking for him in the toys for the last 3 weeks, and then there he was. But yeah, this is the one that was advertised on Facebook, and it cracks me up. Frank, get the giant snitch. Yeah, I'm going to get my giant snitch. That's hilarious. But, oh my god, he just smells like fresh plastic, dude. That's awesome. Yep, there he is, my giant snitch. I'll bring him to Mission Impossible with me with my snitch t-shirt, and then I'll watch the movie Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. That'd be great. And then he'll sit in the living room with my monkey. Because I have the monkey now. I have the monkey. Oh man, I should have showed him on the show. Shit. I don't want to show him now, because then it's like 2 minutes of walking through the house and walking back just to go get him. He's too far away right now. But I have the monkey. I have the monkey popcorn bucket. Alright. Let's see, what comments do we have? Parking lot story. Want to get one too? Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, yep. Call caught up. So last, and certainly not least, is Draculaura that I got from Ollie's. I thought it was cool. I thought it was cute. I like that she comes with a sunblock 500, SPF 500, because she's a Dracula. So that's cool. So that's the last thing I got today, and then it'll be a whole other month until the next one. Yep, I'll give you an update next month if I finally got the other Star Wars stuff. Yeah, but they have a new Luke coming out, new Obi-Wan, new Leia, new Han, new Chewbacca. And it's cool because it's like, yes, I can finally get like a complete line. Because I don't know what they're doing. They never do that. They never just release like characters from like one thing. It's like you gotta piecemeal it. It's like, okay, a couple from Phantom Menace here, a couple from there, and then they all don't match, because like the last New Hope Han Solo was like from fucking decade ago when they started the toy line, and it looks completely different if you were to put your toys next to each other right now. I think that's like, if anything, like if, all right, being negative, but it's true. It's true. I think the Star Wars Hasbro line is probably the worst to collect, just because the earlier toys look so different from the new toys, and you can't really put them on the shelf next to each other. Like, you can't put a 2013 Han Solo next to a 2025 action figure. You just can't. They don't match, and you end up having to upgrade. I'm sure you have to upgrade a lot, but like that's like the worst case scenario of upgrading. Like, I feel like the Marvel Legends, like, you can still pass off old things. Like, I have that old school Spider-Man that old school Spider-Man like looks good next to the Marvel Legends, so it's not that terrible. And the same thing with some of the earlier like Hulks and like, because I have that gray Hulk. He used to be in here, but I had a gray Hulk that looks so good, and you could put that on the shelf next to a current day Marvel Legend. Same thing with like the Thing from like 1994 or not 94, 2004. Like you could put that Thing next to a Marvel Legend now, and it'll look good. But you can't really do that with Hasbro's Star Wars. Like you have to upgrade it as the toy line goes, and you have to get rid of the old figures because they just don't look good. Like there's never been a good Poe Dameron. I'm waiting for a good Poe Dameron. Like that Hot Toys that's coming out, the Sideshow collectible of Poe Dameron. That's like the first good Poe Dameron that's ever been made. Everything else been shit. And here she is, Draculaura, with her big hips. I got her from Ollie's because she was cheap, and I'm like, yeah, she's fun. She's wearing pink. She'll match the other Barbies if I could put her on the Barbie shelf. I'm sure there's enough room. Maybe swap out some characters. But yeah, I thought that was cute. She's got pink and black hair. There she is, and I like her little accessories. She'll look good on my shelf. Little Draculaura. Put her down here for now. She comes with a little extra skirt, and then a little purse, a pretzel, and a big giant slushy cup. Oh my god, the pretzel actually comes out. Oh my god, don't cut my foot, don't cut me. So there's a little pretzel she comes with. It comes in this little container so she doesn't get greasy on her hands. Greasy hands, salty hands. Oh yeah, I guess like why does she have come with pizza? But pizza has garlic, right? So she can't really eat pizza. Oh, that must suck. So Smoke. No wait, Smoke was the guy who died. So Stack could never have pizza with his girlfriend Haley Atwell, whatever her name was, at the end of Sinners, because they can't have garlic, right? Him and his girlfriend could never have pizza. Oh my god. Now that's a sin. Hopefully no spoilers. Hopefully people seen Sinners by now. Oh my gosh. Oh wait. Hopefully Christian Kim doesn't watch this part. Fuck! I'm so sorry, Christian Kim. Fuck! I'm sure he'll watch this too. He'll be like, let me catch up with the rest of the show. God damn it. Oh god. I'll probably tweet him. I'll be like, at this time code, stop watching because I gave out spoilers for Sinners. Because for those who don't know, Christian Kim lives in Korea, and they haven't gotten Sinners yet. And he's like the only person I know who hasn't seen Sinners yet, and it's just because it hasn't come out where he lives. So now I feel bad. Damn it! Oh, no. Yep, I gotta tweet him. I'll be like, don't watch it. I said Sinner spoilers. Oh my gosh. Alright, so that's everything. And I let everyone know my plans. I let, seen the reviews of these characters. Look at that. That's so cool. He comes with little spook bumps. Yep. Highly recommend all of these toys today because I like the Ash as well. Highly recommend them. Even the Scarecrow looks badass. I like what Trick or Treat Studios is doing. They're doing good. I just wish the boxes weren't so big. They're obnoxiously big. Did you talk about Final Candyman yet? A little bit. I talked about the Final Destination. I didn't say that the Tony Todd scene made me cry. For those who don't know, the Tony Todd's final scene is in that movie, and the whole scene I was crying. Because the whole scene of him talking is a goodbye. It's almost works outside the movie. Because he's barely talking about the movie. He's just talking about life and death, and it's just like... It's very emotional because he's literally just talking. Like, he's breaking the fourth wall and talking to the audience. And it turns out that's the fucking truth. Like, they just said that in an interview today, that the whole scene when he has the box and he's walking outside the door, none of that was scripted. He just said, they said, hey, just say goodbye to the audience. Just say what you would want your fans to know. And that's what he came up with. And it's just like, oh my God, it's so sad. Oh my God, Tony Todd means so much to so many people. He means a lot to me. Just because I have that personal story with him, because I met him that time. And then I made it took me years to make it. But I made that Candyman outfit, because I love the Candyman character so much. That I love the whole Beauty and the Beast thing about that movie. But yeah, his scene was so good in Final Destination. But yeah, it was good. the turtle. Oh my god, that's too much spoilers. That's too many spoilers. But there's a turtle in Final Destination, which is funny. Man, I can't stop looking at this little curly bonehead character. It's so good. That's so cool. God damn it. I like these. I like these characters so much. My only complaint is the packaging, because the packaging is so huge. Because it was so funny, too, because when my mom saw the packaging, she rolled her eyes. I know she rolled her eyes probably at the goosebump aspect, but the boxes were so huge. Like, these fill up your grocery cart. Like, there's no room in your grocery cart when you put these fucking boxes in your grocery cart. They're so big. Oh, my God. They're... Like, all 5 of them can fit inside the Stitch box. And the Stitch is legitimately a giant snitch. Which I still find hilarious. Frank, go get your giant snitch. Yes, I am looking for my giant snitch. That's so cool. Alright. So that's everything. I think that's all caught up. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Becky, for tuning in. And again, sponsor of the show, Becky. She gave me the Nosferatu, who sits in the background. I actually have a little light pointing at him so he shows up a little bit more. So thank you, Becky, for the Nosferatu. Thank you, Captain Iron Dog, for being here. Thank you, the guy who's going to do the edited shorts of Star Wars characters. That's going to be fun. Thank you, Mom, for showing up and helping with the show. And who else was here? Christian Kim, of course. Thank you, Christian Kim, for being here. And I think that's everybody. Another great stream as always. Thank you, Captain Iron Dog. That means a lot. Because today, you know, it was so funny too. I was like, I don't want to do a stream, but I was like, I got to do it. I got to do a stream. I at least got to do one stream a month just to keep this going. I know they're not like I used to stress out so much trying to do the Sunday show, but now it's just like I can't stress out about it. It's like I'll just do one big giant show a month and then just talk about the things. I think I got to do a special show on it. I'd rather rewatch the movie because right now there's so many movies in my head since I've seen it, but I would really love to, when it comes on home video, rewatch Thunderbolts and just talk about what I love about Thunderbolts, because that's what I'm going to do with the Mission Impossible series. After I see that movie, I'm legitimately just going to do my ranking and talk about Final Reckoning, because that Mission Impossible series, there's a lot to talk about. And actually watching them back to back, it's such a good series of films, and they tell a story. And they're all different points of his career. I should save it for that, but I'm going to do an episode on that, I promise. But yeah, I think that's going to probably be the next one, the Final Reckoning. I'll probably talk about that. I even made a thumbnail already, so I'm excited. What did my mama say? What's my mama say? Remember the monkey next time. Oh yeah, I'll probably bring the monkey out here. The monkey! The monkey's in my living room. I want him to keep in my living room just because he needs to know that he's loved, he's not forgotten about, and that he's part of the family, just like in the movie. That's what I love about the monkey. The monkey's so good. You gotta wait a whole month, though, to get that on DVD. But anyway, keep an eye out for those. There's going to be definitely a Mission Impossible one. It's definitely going to be a Thunderbolt special, just because I want to break that movie down. Honestly, I want to talk about it and make notes through the movie. Maybe even do like a special with Sarah at some point, maybe. I don't know. Make Sarah watch Thunderbolts. I bet Sarah would love Thunderbolts because it's all about like depression and mental health and dealing with death and depression and stuff. She would love that kind of shit. So maybe she'll love Thunderbolts. Maybe I'll make her watch it. But yeah. What else? Monkey just wants to be part of the Monkey just wanted to be part of the family. That's what's crazy about the Monkey movie. He's literally just represents family. Because no matter what trouble he brings to the family, he's still family. Alrighty. So from the stream, highly recommend the Collector's Edition Batman, the Ash Double Pack, the Carly Beth. I do like the Darth Vader with the transparent eyes. That's really cool. The Goosebumps toy line is really great. I would recommend getting your favorite one first, but if you have the means and if you want them all, highly recommend all of them. But like, if you can only get one, highly recommend the Carly Beth. Because the Carly Beth one fucking kicks so much ass, dude. That's awesome. Ah, man. So anyway, that's been a good episode. Good episode. I guess that's a good wrap up. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and see you at the next one. Probably Mission Impossible next weekend. Take care now.